नमो नमः। गीताभ्यासे 4-29 अपाने जुह्वति प्राणम +4-30 अपरे नियताहाराः, a study by S.L. Abhyankar. We shall study together these two shlokas, 4-29 and 4-30, the fifth and sixth of the set of six from 4-25 to 4-30. The shlokas are अपाने जुह्वति प्राणम प्राणे पानम तथा परे प्राणापानगति रुद्ध्वा प्राणायाम परायणाः. पदच्छेदैः. अपाने जुह्वति प्राणम प्राणे अपानम तथा अपरे प्राण अपानगति रुद्ध्वा प्राण आयाम परायणाः. अपरे नियताहाराः प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वेप्येते यज्ञविदो यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः. पदच्छेदैः. अपरे नियत आहाराः प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वे अपि एते यज्ञविदः यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः. वाक्यांशः विश्लेषणम्. of 4-29. The heading line is going away. I do not know why. प्राणायाम परायणाः प्राणापानगति रुद्ध्वा अपाने अपरे प्राणं जुह्वति तथा प्राणे अपरे अपानं जुह्वति. वाक्यांशः विश्लेषणम्. of 4-30. प्राणेषु अपरे नियताहाराः प्राणान् जुह्वति एते सर्वे अपि यज्ञविदः यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः भवन्ति. The अन्वय वाक्यानि are 29-1. प्राणायाम परायणाः प्राणापानगति रुद्ध्वा. प्राणायाम परायणाः प्राणायाम परायण विशेषणम्. अत्र पुल्लिङ्गं प्रथमा बहुवचनं. प्राणस्य आयामः इति प्राणायामः षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः. प्राणायामे परायणः इति प्राणायामपरायणः सप्तमी तत्पुरुषः. प्राणः breath, respiration, the breath of life, vitality, life, vital air, principle of life, usually plural in this sense. The pranaha being 5, prana, apana, samana, vyana and udana. हृदि प्राणोगदयपानः समानो नाभिसंस्थितः उदानः कण्ठदेशस्थो व्यानः सर्वशरीरगः. The first of the 5 life points or vital airs, which has its seat in the lungs. Prana, wind, air inhaled. Ayamah, a, yam, ghain. Restraint, control, stopping. प्राणायाम परंतपः मनुस्मृति 2-83. परायणः सी अंडर पर परायण adjective attached or devoted to, adhering to, intent on, solely devoted to or absorbed in, at the end of compounds. प्रभुर्धन परायणः प्राणायाम परायणाः devoted to or indulgent in pranayama as yajñah. प्राणापान गति प्राण अपान गति स्त्रीलिंगम द्वितीया द्विवचनम. प्राणः च अपानः च इति प्राणापानौ इतरेतरद्वन्द्वः. प्राणापानयोः गति इति प्राणापानगति षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः. रुद्ध्वा रुद् ऋणद्धिरुन्धे सप्तमगणीयः उभयपदी इति धातुः. तस्य क्त्वान्तं रुद् टू ऑब्स्ट्रक्ट, स्टॉप, अरेस्ट, चेक, अपोज, हिंडर, impede, prevent. प्राणायाम परायणाः प्राणापानगति रुद्ध्वा. Those who are devoted to pranayama hold up the movements of prana and apana. 29-2. अपरे प्राणम अपाने जुह्वति. Some release prana into apana. तथा अपरे apanam prane juhati. Some others release apana into prana. अपरे नियताहाराः प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति. नियताहाराः, नियताहार विशेषणम्. अत्र पुल्लिङ्गं प्रथमा बहुवचनं. नियतः, नियतः आहारः यस्य सः नियताहारः बहुव्रीहि. नियतः रिस्ट्रेन्ड, आहारः आहार एडजेक्टिव, आहारा फेमिनिन और आहारी फेमिनिन. ब्रिंगिंग नियर, procuring, getting, bharahara karyavashat, going to fetch. Aharaha, taking, fetching or bringing near. Taking food, food. Aharantirasamassmaditi aharaha. Apare niyataharaha pranan praneshu jupati. Even others who exercise control on their consumption release pranaha into pranaha. एते सर्वे अपि यज्ञविदः यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः भवन्ति. सर्वे, सर्व, ऑल, सर्वनाम. अत्र पुल्लिङ्गं प्रथमा बहुवचनम्. एते, एतत्, धिस्, सर्वनाम. अत्र पुल्लिङ्गं प्रथमा बहुवचनं. यज्ञविदः, यज्ञविद्, विशेषणम्. अत्र पुल्लिङ्गं प्रथमा बहुवचनं. यज्ञं वेत्तीति यज्ञविद्, उपपत् तत्पुरुषः. विद् is upapadam from dhatuhu vid veti. Vidam jnane, to understand, to learn, to know, to realize, to experience. To be sad and other things are not relevant here. Adadihi dvitiya ganiya parasmepadi sakarmakaha set. Yajnavid, one who knows what is to be understood as yajnaha. यज्ञ क्षपित कल्मषाः. यज्ञ क्षपित कल्मष विशेषणम्. अत्र पुल्लिङ्गं प्रथमा बहुवचनं. यज्ञेन क्षपितं कल्मषं यस्य सः यज्ञ क्षपित कल्मषः. क्षपित, डिस्ट्रॉयड, डिमिनिश्ड. क्षप प्रथमगणीयः उभयपदी क्षपति क्षपते एंड क्षपित इज कृदंतम, टू फास्ट, टू बी एब्स्टिनेंट. कॉजेटिव और दशमगणीयः उभयपदी क्षपयति क्षपयते. क्षपित, टू थ्रो, सेंड, कास्ट, टू मिस. कल्मष, सिनफुल, विकेड, फाउल, डर्टी. कल्मषः और कल्मषम, स्टेन, डर्ट, ड्रैग्स. एते सर्वे अपि यज्ञविदः यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः भवन्ति. All these who are knowledgeable of yajnaah are cleansed of their sins by such yajnaah. छंदो विश्लेषण. अपाने जुह्वति प्राणम अष्टाक्षराणि. भवति प्रा एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे. प्राणे पानं तथा परे अष्टाक्षराणि. तथा प एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका. प्राणापान गतिरुद्ध्वा अष्टाक्षराणि. गतिरुद्ध्वा एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे. प्राणायाम परायणाः अष्टाक्षराणि. पराय एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका. अनुष्ठुप् छन्दः इन 4-29. अपरे नियताहाराः अष्टाक्षराणि. यताः एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे. प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति अष्टाक्षराणि. शुजुह्व एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका. सर्वेप्येते यज्ञविदो अष्टाक्षराणि. यज्ञवि एतेषां मात्राः द्वे एका एका. यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः अष्टाक्षराणि. तकल्म एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका. तृतीये पादे अपवादः. अन्यथा अनुष्ठुप् छन्दः इन 4-30. टिप्पण्यः, notes of self study. In these 6 shlokaः are detailed various yajnaah and various ways of performing yajnaah. Thus, study of these shlokaः takes one beyond the conventional idea that yajnaah is a ritual to be performed by offering havihi into the yajna agnihi, which has samidhaah, that are lighted and are kept aflame while reciting mantraha. It comes to mind that consecration of the body of a dead person on a pyre is also yajna. The funeral is a ritual of consecration, praying for sacredness. Translation of 4-29 at https://archive.org/details/Srimad Bhagavad Gita Rahasya BG Tilak, volumes 1 and 2, etc. You can take a snap of this. Reads, others taking to pranayama and controlling the movements of the prana and the apana breaths sacrifice the prana breath into the apana breath, while others sacrifice the apana breath into the prana breath. The translation is followed by a note as follows. The idea conveyed by this stanza is that performing the pranayama, breath control, according to the Patanjali Yoga is a kind of yajna. As this yajna in the form of the Patanjali Yoga has been mentioned in the 29th stanza, the word yoga yajna, that is yajna by yogic practices, in the 20th stanza must be taken to mean the yajna according to karma yoga. The word prana in the term pranayama usually indicates both the shwasaha, inhaling, and the uchwasaha, exhaling of the breath. But when a distinction is made between pranaha and apanaha, the word pranaha means the outgoing breath, that is to say the uchwasa breath, and the word apanaha means the incoming breath. This is from Veda Samhita Bhashya 2-4-12 and Chandogya Samhita Bhashya 1-3-3. It must be borne in mind that these meanings of the words pranaha and apanaha are different from their ordinary meaning. Taking these meanings, when the pranaha, that is the exhaled breath, or the uchwasaha, has been sacrificed into the apanaha, that is the intaken breath, the pranayama which is performed is known as the purakaha. And conversely, when the apanaha has been sacrificed into the pranaha, the pranayama which is performed is named rechakaha. When both the pranaha and the apanaha are controlled or stopped, the pranayama which is performed is named kumbhakaha. Now there remain beside these the three breaths named Vyana, Udana and Samana. Out of these, the breath Vyana is located at the meeting point between the prana and the apana and comes to be used when one has to perform actions requiring force, when one particularly controls the breath, such as in drawing a bow or lifting weights, etc. This is the explanation in Chandogya Upanishad 1-3-5. The Udana breath is the one which leaves the body at the moment of death. This is from Prashnopanishad 3-7. And the Samana breath is the breath which continually takes food juices to every part of the body. This again is from Prashnopanishad 3-7. These are the ordinary meanings of these various kinds of breath according to the Vedanta Shastra. But in some places, even quite different meanings are intended. For example, in the 212th chapter of the Vanaparva of the Mahabharata, quite different characteristics are mentioned of the prana and other breaths. And prana is explained as meaning the breath in the head, and apana is described the meaning the breath which escapes downwards from the body. This again has the reference from Prashnopanishad 3-5 and Maitri Upanishad 2-6. According to above stanza, the breath which is controlled is said to be sacrificed into the other kinds of breath. In this note, it is particularly noted that meanings of prana and apana are different in different scriptures. What an exhaustive study. However, the comment, as this yajna is the form of the Patanjala Yoga, has been mentioned in the 29th stanza, the word yoga yajna, that is yajna by yogic practices, in the 20th stanza must be taken to mean the yajna according to karma yoga. This is not a very convincing statement. Actually, The alternative title of Gita Rahasya is Karma Yoga Shastra. One wonders whether Lokmanya Tilak saw a relation of Karma Yoga at every other instance. By the way, during a discussion about pranayama, it transpired that the most common style of pranayama comprises of cycles of puraka, inhale, kumbhaka, hold, rechaka, exhale, stambhaka, hold. The two hold states, kumbhaka and stambhaka, actually correspond to the pranapanagati rudhva in 4-29. The second cycle starts with puraka, inhale, rather with pranaha, but it is succession of stambhaka, hold of the previous cycle. That stambhaka hold is itself subsequent to rechaka, exhale, rather the apanaha. The mute question is whether the apanaha of the previous cycle would get released into the pranaha of the next cycle. Likewise, since rechaka, exhale, rather apanaha, in every cycle follows kumbhaka, hold of the puraka, inhale, would this mean release of pranaha into apanaha? By this, pranayama parayanaha performing pranapanagati rudhva, some performing apane juvate pranam and some others performing prane apanam tatha pare, need not be considered to be different practices. All the practices seem to be integral to the practices of pranayama parayana, especially the practices of anuloma viloma pranayama, which include the puraka, kumbhaka, rechaka, stambhaka. If so, meaning of tatha apare may be taken as thereafter. By that, the combined Anvaya Vakyam would be pranayama parayanaha pranapanagati rudhva apane pranam jubhati tatha pare thereafter prane apanam jubhati. There are also other methods of pranayama called as bhastrika, a little bag, bhramari, a humming bee. In these, there is hardly any interval between apanam and pranam. Maybe the mention pranan praneshu jubhati in 4-30 suggests these other methods of pranayama. In 4-21, there was mention of prana karmani, which are voluntary functions of the vital organs, that is, functions of the respiratory system, system of blood circulation, the system of digestion, also the excretory system. Not to forget chitta vrittayaha, how the mind works. Because these functions are voluntary, seemingly we would not have any control over them. Rather, we do not have any control that these functions would not happen. Yet, pranayama seems to be some control of the respiratory system, and niyataharaha seems to be some control on the system of digestion, and in turn the system of excretion. Rather, pranayama and niyataharaha seem to be the elixir of all prana karmani, in turn the elixir of life. So, even though we do not have any control that prana karmani would not happen, we have some control how they should happen. Looks like the 6 shlokaha from 4-25 to 4-30 bring focus on the practices of pranayama and niyatahara, which would prove to be the elixir of life. Shubhamastu.